therapy with Suzanne. I just melted down and did not want to post that. So I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna talk through it again. Because I want to talk about, and yes, I just have to mention my hair today. I have tried to make it stay down, and it refuses. And this is how my son, when he was a toddler, he used to draw hair like this on humans. So for him, this was human hair. And it took me a while to realize why he was drawing hair like that. And it's just because when I was leaving the house, if I was leaving the house and looked in the mirror, I did things to kind of put my hair down. But when I was just at home, yeah, this was my hair. So no wonder why Gulik was drawing human hair like this, because both me and his father, we do have this hair that just that's right up. So I just had to once again brag a bit about my son Gulik, because he's a great artist. He as a toddler, when he was drawing the world around him exactly as he saw it, and it was just me who didn't see it, because I was so used to doing something with my hair and try to get it to to not, but he saw me in this natural way. Okay, so I'm just gonna have this hair. This is my hair. This is how my hair is. That's how it is. Okay, but I'm gonna talk about today, and this is take 2. So I'm gonna talk about today the shame I'm feeling when I am not doing my daily schedule. When I am disappointing myself by not doing what I have decided I shall do during a day, I feel this weird shame. And it's a shame that hinders me in doing it. It's like I'm saying to myself that if I do it now, it's shameful. I should have done it yesterday and the day before, but if I do it now and I didn't do it those days, now it's just shameful. Now I just have to, okay, don't do it at all. And this is things like yoga and stretching and breathing exercises and singing and dancing and doing very normal stuff. And it's like you can skip yoga class for 5 years and then start over, and people won't, it's just, yeah, that's very normal. But still I feel this shame when I don't do what I have promised myself to do and what I know is good for me. And I have this daily schedule. I'm just going to describe this daily schedule a bit, because in around 2019, because until 2017 I was in normal jobs, and I also had my son living in this house, so it naturally was this schedule. We had to wake up in the morning and eat breakfast and get him to kindergarten and start working, and so it was very, it was a schedule, natural schedule, just because I had children. I had a child. I mean, not children, a child. And yeah, when you have children and you're in a normal job, your day will be scheduled for you in a way. But in 2017, when I became too ill, when my health completely crashed and Gulik moved into foster care, and then after a year moved to his father, that natural schedule of my days were gone, and I also had crashed down because of that schedule. You know, I wasn't able to do that anymore, so I had to kind of reinvent a daily schedule. And when I saw that the psychiatry system and the healthcare system, they were not going to provide any kind of care for me. They gave me the insomnia treatment, but that was also it. And then it was just, we're just gonna fuck you over. We're not gonna help you. I want to melt down again. Scale it back. So I decided at one point to just make a daily list, a list of things I should do for myself daily to keep my health going. And I also decided, because I was also given this DBT treatment where I was told to focus on emotions, and I should feel and feel and feel and always think about my emotions and sadness and anger and grief and it was like, no, I just have to get through the days. I'm gonna melt down. The DBT treatment, it's the most stupid treatment I have ever fucking seen. Sitting there and organizing your days around an emotion. Scale it back, scale it back. I have to take that in another video. Okay. Back to my daily schedule. So I decided to actually use the Love Languages app, because I was reading about love languages, and the authors behind that book, they had developed this app that you could use together with your partner, and it was somebody who told me about that app. Somebody on Twitter told me about that app, and I looked at that app, and it was a great app. I didn't use it together with a partner, but the thing about the Love Languages app was that you could just make this list of things to do, and you can do that, you know, to yourself. So I just made a list of these 5 different things, body language, and then I did like with bodily contact, bodily touch, physical touch. So as physical touch, I had massaging myself and yoga and exercise and stuff like that, you know, things to do for the body. And then I had services, and that was housework, you know, just to clean my kitchen and clean my toilet and stuff like that. And then I had quality time, was it? And I think you know, like meals and meditation and sitting in my garden and stuff like that was quality time. And then it was gifts, actually giving myself gifts, and then doing, and I used that as, you know, making art and making, you know, rearranging my decoration and go and buy stuff for myself, and both things that I needed and things that I just, you know, gifted myself. And then it's the 5th thing. What's the 5th thing? Nice words, isn't it? Kind words. Words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Yeah, then I did things like this, where I gave myself therapy, and also told myself, you know, I'm thanking my brain, I'm thanking my shoulders, I'm thanking my stomach, I'm thanking my feet, things like that. So I just made a list of things that I was going to do for myself based on the 5 love languages. And I used that app, and they had statistics and stuff, so I could actually see that, oh, yeah, I'm doing a bit too little of this, and I'm doing too much of this. Okay, I'm gonna adjust it. And then I used that app, and I actually became much better in a very short while. And I also decided to do these things no matter what I was feeling and what kind of emotions I was in. You know, if I was angry or sad or happy or excited or whatever, I was just going to do these things every day, no matter what. So I did. And then I used that app until that crashed, and I have not been I have not been able to get it to work later. So I gave up on that app, but then I started to just do it on paper. So I printed out this form where I just used colored pencils to cross out, you know, every time I did something. And then I still had this list of things that I should do. And just by doing that on paper, it was also very easy to see the statistics. So I had these statistics over myself. And then I talked about that in a previous video, that I was in court, and suddenly this very healthy thing to do was used against me as some kind of proof that I was a very evil, horrible person that would kill all humans and stuff. It's like, I'm gonna melt down. As I was saying in that video, I started to feel this kind of disgust for the very healthy way I had been living. But also, in addition to that, my computer broke down, so I had to buy a new computer, and then I just actually stopped using the computer. I have a computer, I have a new computer, but I just used my phone. I just didn't bother to print out things anymore, so I didn't feel the need for that. So I just started using the I think I don't know if I used any other kinds of apps, but now I use the structured app. Yeah, I was trying out some different apps, but I landed on using the structured app. And I don't get the statistics with that app, so I don't have the same overview anymore of statistics, but still the structured app is so good. So I have just been sticking with that app for a while now, and I still do the same. I have this list of things that I shall do for myself during the day, and I also I do these small changes all the time. You know, I test out one way of doing it, and then I test out another way of doing it. And the way I'm doing it now, on this day, in this moment, is that I have 2 or 3 chances during the day. Of course, I'm just at home, I'm retired, so I can do this whenever I want to. But in the structured app, I have 2-3 times a day where I'm going to do stuff like breathing exercises. I do breathing exercises 3 times a day. So if I don't do it in the morning and I don't do it in the afternoon, I still have a chance in the evenings where I can do it. And the same with meditation and yoga and housework. And so I have these it's always a chance for me to do it again. So if I don't do it in the morning, I can do it in the evening, and if I don't did it in the evening, I can do it the next morning. So it's very it's a way of keeping up with taking care of myself and taking care of my health, and it functions very well. But I have this strange problem, and I have had this for years, and I have still not been successful in treating this problem in myself. And that is that I feel this very weird shame when I am not doing what I was planning to do. I feel this weird shame when I'm doing it, and I noticed it a bit earlier today, where I have been skipping for some days. I have been skipping some of the tasks I'm supposed to do, like using my hula hoop. I train with my hula hoop, and then I thought, okay, I'll do the hula hoop today. And again, I do this, I have it on my schedule every day. So if I don't do it for 3 days, it doesn't actually matter, because then I do it the next 4 days. So I keep it up. But just these couple of days without doing the hula hoop, and then I did the hula hoop. And then I noticed this horrible shame that told me to not do it. It's like, if you do it now and the neighbors see you, it's completely irrational, because first of all, the neighbors have zero to do with this. This is my daily schedule. They don't decide what I am going to do. Second of all, they can't even see me, because I'm on the second floor, or is it the first floor in English? I don't know how you count floors. But this is a 2-story house, and I'm on the second story. And the neighbors can't see me. The houses are built in a way that I don't even have curtains, and the neighbors can't see me. So when doing the hula hoop earlier today, nobody could see me. Nobody could see that I was doing it or not doing it. But still, my head said, oh no, the neighbor's gonna see you. And that is so shameful. And my head was making up suddenly, very quickly, my head was making up this story that if the neighbors saw me do it now, they couldn't see me. But this is the irrationality. If the neighbors saw me do the hula hoop now, they would realize that I had not been doing the hula hoop the last couple of days, and that this was me not doing what I was supposed to do. And that is weird, because first of all, it's very irrational that somebody else, this is me, it's me. I have made up this plan. This is my daily schedule. 0 other people are deciding this schedule. It's just me. So if I don't do it, that's just on me. Nobody can punish me for it. Nobody can complain, because it's just me. And I constantly fix this schedule. When I see that something is not working and something is working, I'm constantly fixing this schedule. So I might as well just say that, okay, if there is 3 days that I am not doing the hula hoop on this time of day, let's just skip the hula hoop thing forever from this time of day, and let's do it in the evening. Or, I am fully in charge of this. So the only thing making it a necessity is that I have it in the daily schedule. That's the only thing. I'm in charge of the daily schedule. I can change the daily schedule. There is nobody else here. This is just me. but I feel this shame. It's like I'm disappointing someone if I'm not doing it. Completely irrational. And then second of all, I have this feeling that if people see me then do it, then it will be exposed that I have skipped the previous days, that it wasn't a schedule. It's so weird. It's like this. If I can say that it was planned, I'm a good person. If I cannot say that it was planned, I'm a bad person. And if people see me, if I do something, if I don't do something I had planned for a couple of days, and then get back on track and do it, then I have exposed myself as somebody who did not stay on track. So, and the only difference is if it's in the plan or not, in my plan or not. And there is some defense here, there is some kind of defense here that, because nobody cares, the only person who cares is me. I'm the only person who cares, I'm the only person in charge of this, and I'm the only person who cares. And to the observer, if there was an observer, there isn't an observer, but if there was an observer, if the neighbors were watching me, and they can't because of how the windows are placed in the house, but if the neighbors were watching me, from their perspective, it would only look like that I was sticking to a plan I had made anyway. They cannot now know what my plan is unless I'm telling it to them. So I am in full charge, 100% charge. This is just me. And still I feel this shame that if I get back on track, it's a failure. If I don't get back on track, I can claim that it was planned. I don't know. I think I constantly need this. If I see it as a failure, I am a failure. If I can defend what I have been doing, I'm not a failure. Oh, okay. I'm a defender, that's what I am. Okay. So if I feel that I don't have a good enough explanation for why I chose to do what I chose to do, I can't defend myself. And that's actually it. I can't defend myself if I don't have, and this is a country. In Norway, you need to be able to constantly have reasons for why you have done what you have done. And it's far worse than just in the normal everyday life. It's like with the court system, for example, if you can't explain in detail to a judge who should know this from before, the judge is just gonna punish you. You know, it's I'm melting down again. This country is so evil. It's so fucking evil. We have so many evil people at work. So, and they will only, if you can actually, only if you can bamboozle them, if you can argue better than them, can you survive in this system. You have to always be the best person. So if I am not the best person of in defending what I have done, I of course become scared and ashamed. So I'm trying to get out of being exposed as a person who doesn't have a reason. I don't have a good explanation here. I don't have justification. I do not have good justification, and that is dangerous. Even though the law in this country states that the judge has to be the most clever person in the room, the judge will be the most stupid person in the room, and you will be punished if you can't justify your actions. So you have to bamboozle the judge. You know, you have to be better than the judge at all times. Yeah, so it's just the same. It's just the same as with everything else with me. I always have to be the best person at justifying things. And if I can't, I will die. So, yeah. To be good at justifying something is the only thing that will save you in Norway if you don't have actual physical power. And I can't beat up anyone, so I always have to have justification. I do not have the resources to actually be... And I'm too good of a person to be evil, you know. So I always have to be able to justify myself. And this goes so deep. This is about the school system, and this is about the whole Norwegian system and so on. But I think I have solved the problem with why I feel this shame this weird shame when I get back on track. Not when I'm off track, but when I get back on track. That's when I feel the shame. And I think I solved this during this session. It's actually because if I don't have a good justification for it, I'm in danger. In Norway, you're always in danger. If you can't justify your rights, you shouldn't, you know. Just let me end with this, because this is so important. We do have rights in Norway. We have rights, and they are there. No matter what you are doing, you have these rights. So don't let anybody tell you that you don't have rights. But in practice, people in power positions, and then I'm talking about the public system, I'm talking about the school system, the CPS, the healthcare system, whatever, these evil fucking asshole workers that should have been beaten up, they will pressure you into a role or a situation where you always have to justify why you have rights. So this is it's the Norwegian thingy where if you can't justify yourself, you have absolutely no protection against abusers, and we have so many abusers in this country. So okay, so just remember this is the end of the session. I'm gonna melt down again, but we have rights in this country. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you don't have rights. You have rights in Norway. If you are in Norway, you have rights. We sadly also have a huge group of people working in the system that will constantly deny you your rights, and the only good protection you have against them, if you can't beat them up physically, the only good protection you have against them is to justify yourself, that you have this ability to bamboozle them with justifications, and just so that they are impressed and go, oh my God, yeah, I haven't been thinking of this. So, but that's how you survive in Norway, because we have this huge group of evil people. Okay, I'm gonna give up now on this session because I'm just gonna melt down.